Where does Trina fit in with Spencer's new GH family? General Hospital viewers know that the woman Spencer Cassadine loves is Trina Robinson. There is no doubt about this. We believe in Sprina. No matter how hard Spencer is making it with his ignoring Trina in favor of spending time with his baby brother, Ace, and Ace's mom, Esme Prince. Could Spencer be drifting in the direction of his old girlfriend? Nope, 8% dismiss. Not going to happen. Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, is just confused. But it's a temporary condition. He needs to open his eyes and see Trina, Tabiana Ali, right in front of him. And he needs to close his eyes to any signals Esme, Avery Kristen Pohl, might be sending his way. On the other hand, 39% don't see any other way this story could end. Spencer is obviously feeling drawn toward Esme. How can he not, when they are basically playing house together? Spencer was attracted to Esme in the past, attracted enough to sleep with her anyway, but now he's seeing a different side of her. The mom side. For all of Esme's evil past schemes, she truly loves her son. And Spencer, a boy who grew up without a mother, is a sucker for that kind of thing. Esme is a great mom, and she's still hot. Spencer won't be able to resist. But in the end, over half of you, 53%, figure all Spencer is doing is tolerating Esme, for Ace's sake. If he wants to be in his little brother's life, he has to make nice with Ace's mother, which, now that she keeps insisting she has amnesia, is easier than it was before. They can be friends. They can be family, but they are never going to be anything more than that. Spencer is in love with Trina, and now Esme can never change that. Today on General Hospital, Sam and Dante discuss Maxie renting his and Lulu's home. Mason turns to Austin for medical attention, and Finn asks Liz for a huge favor. Liz finds Finn on the roof of the hospital. She jokes that he's sitting in her spot. Finn inquires as to what makes this spot so special. She says when she's up here, it helps her make sense of what goes on in the hospital. He says that's why he's here. He admits he lost a patient tonight. It turned out that the patient initially came for treatment for a parasite, and it was discovered he had stage 4 cancer. He tried to fight it to spend every moment possible with his wife and his daughter. Finn notes this one hit him hard as the patient's daughter was a classmate of Violet's, and it got him thinking, what if that was him? Liz says this is a natural reaction, but Finn feels this is different. He says Hayden is out there somewhere, making him Violet's only parent, so what would happen if he was gone? Liz says God forbid something happened, that Violet still has Chase and his family. Finn knows Chase loves her, but he's also a cop who puts his life on the line every day. He was thinking Liz could be Violet's guardian. He knows it's a lot to ask. She says nothing will happen to him, but he says if something was to, can he count on her? She says, always. He tells her that means a lot, and he can't thank her enough. She tells him he's still going to be okay, and he'll get to watch Violet grow up to be a brilliant doctor like her dad, he says, or a brilliant nurse like her aunt. Liz points out one of the stars in Orion's belt, and they both say it's their favorite star. They make a wish on it. Austin finds Mason icing his head wounds in his office, and Mason says he needs a doctor. Austin suggests he go to the ER as he has real patients to attend to. Mason explains he was trying to be discreet for Austin's sake. Austin thinks Mason is hiding from whoever hit him, so what happened? Mason fesses up it involved getting out of hand with a lady in a bar. Austin stitches his cousin up and asks if this woman is going to press charges. Mason doubts anyone is looking for him, and the brunette wasn't the one who hit him, it was her blonde friend. He says the next thing he knew, he heard sirens blaring, so he snuck out the back and decided to visit his doctor cousin. He also thought he could get an update on Betty. Austin says Betty is Mason's to keep tabs on, but Mason says she's both of theirs mole along with Ava's, and they have as much riding on this as he does. He feels Ava is a loose cannon, and Austin needs to rein her in. Austin says Ava isn't someone to be reined in, and he already holds Ava's daughter in the palm of his hand. He says Avery seems to like Betty, and Sunny does too. Mason thinks the more Sunny trusts Betty, the greater chance they'll get something on Pikeman. Carly, Olivia, and Eddie are brought into the PCPD. They all scream they have done nothing wrong, and that they were assaulted and the wrong person has been arrested. Chase yells, "Shut up, or you are all going down to the holding cell." Olivia and Carly recount to Chase what happened, including Eddie trying to pick up Carly, and Mason trying to pick Olivia up and not taking no for an answer. Chase excuses himself when he gets a call from the manager at the High Cider, and then reveals they aren't pressing charges. He explains they can be released, but someone has to sign them out, so he asks who wants to make a call. In their bedroom, Dante researches Pikeman on his laptop when Sam slinks into bed and takes his laptop away, saying work is over for the day. As they begin to kiss, Sam puts on the brakes and says there is something they need to discuss. She admits she suggested to Maxie she should rent his and Lulu's old house. She asks if he's upset about it. Dante isn't upset and hasn't thought about the house in a long time. Sam explains the chaos at Maxie's small apartment with the fighting kids, and she notes that Maxie is already practically family. Dante thinks it's a great idea, and Lulu would be happy for Maxie to live there. He feels the house shouldn't sit empty when Maxie and her family could be there. As soon as they get back to their kissing, Chase calls to inform Dante that his mother is in a situation at the station. Sunny speaks with Ava over the phone. Both are in their respective beds, and Sunny assures Ava he has the Betty thing under control. Avery enters Ava's room, so Sunny asks to talk to his daughter. Avery explains she can't sleep, and she's excited because Betty's taking her to day camp tomorrow. Sunny says she won't have fun if she's falling asleep. Ava takes the phone and says she'll talk to him tomorrow. At their place, Nina joins Sunny in bed after he gets off the phone. Later as they sleep, Sunny wakes up when his phone rings. Eventually, Nina wakes up and finds Sunny gone. Stepped out. She says Sunny didn't tell her why or where he had to go. Ava says, honestly Nana, what did you expect? Ava reminds her that she's engaged to a mobster, and this is bound to happen. Nina says knowing it, in theory, is different than the reality of it actually happening. Back at the station, Dante appears, and Olivia rants to him that she was hauled in while the man who assaulted her was let go. Dante asks Chase what happened, and Chase gives him the rundown and says they need to be signed out. Dante says he'll sign for all of them, but Olivia refuses. Eddie thanks him for the offer, but believes his ride is here when Sunny appears. Olivia again reiterates she won't get her son involved and she'll stay here all night if she must. Dante drags his mother into the interrogation room. He says if she's hellbent on spending the night here, then he will have to as well. He asks her to let him take her home and to think about Leo. Olivia agrees to do it for Leo, but won't admit to any wrongdoing. In the squad room, Dante says he'll sign for Olivia and Carly. Sunny says he can take care of the rest and Dante should take his mom home. Dante and Olivia leave, and Sunny offers to take Ned and Carly. Ned constantly corrects them that it's Eddie. Carly refuses to go with him. Carly says Joss is on her way down to sign her out. Sunny takes Carly aside to talk to her. He asks why she is being so stubborn. Carly says the days of him helping her are over, so he should just take Ned and go. He asks why she has to put her pride above everything. She says her pride is all she has left. She insists she is still capable of taking care of herself. He reminds her she'll be detained unless she walks out the door with him. She says Ned called for his help, but she didn't, so sign him out and leave. Sunny says, suit yourself. He signs out Ned and leaves with him. Chase asks Carly if she's heard from Joss. She hasn't, and he can just stick her in a holding cell. He says she can sit out in the station room until she hears from someone, and he'll get her some coffee. Dante returns home and finds Sam is already under the covers. He climbs into bed and spoons her. Sam asks if his mom is okay, and he says she is, and Sunny is dealing with Carly and Ned. They soon make love. Nina climbs back into her and Sunny's bed alone, but can't seem to sleep. She looks at her engagement ring. At Ava's, Avery returns to her mom's room. She still can't sleep and wants to sleep with her mom. Ava invites her to jump in bed with her and tells her to think about how much fun she'll have tomorrow. Avery is excited to see her new friend Betty. Anna steps out onto her porch as someone is in the bushes watches her. She goes for a jog, and the person enters her home. The person splashes kerosene around the place. A gloved hand then strikes a match and sets the kerosene ablaze. After setting several fires, the arsonist slips out. Anna returns home and senses something wrong. She opens her door and finds her house burning down and beams falling around her. Anna exists and from her front lawn calls the authorities to let them know her home is on fire.